Hi friends, Andy Vegan. I make an oatmeal today with a blender. And I have some oat broads here, just some oats. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And I blend them with nuts, with nut milk and bananas and some spices. And that's my oatmeal. Very simple. Yeah. Usually you have the oat is, the oatmeal you can buy in the shop, and you just put it overnight in a nut milk, and next day you enjoy with some fruits or so. The overnight oat, the famous one. But it is easier to have the oats directly, yeah. And it can be a little bit sharp because oat has a lot of water. It's a cereal with a lot of water inside. It's very powerful, and the water inside, because it's high in protein, yeah, kind of protein. But when you have water so much, then it can turn bad. So if you store the oats outside of the refrigerator, in the air, in the warm weather, that can turn bitter. It transforms because of the high water content, I guess it is. That's why I buy my oat and put it into the refrigerator in a sealed container. That way I try to keep it from getting too sharp. Yeah, the flavor is too strong then. And that's also the reason why I cannot take too much oats. I mean, taking too much has the same effect. It gets it can get a little bit sharp. That's why I use, I didn't show you. That's why I use a banana here that is sweet. 3 bananas here, 3 of the slices. So I didn't show you. And a handful of cashews to have my nut milk. That's what you put in oat usually. That's nothing else but nuts and water blended. So I put it together here. Some nuts, some bananas, to make it creamier with the banana and sweeter. That also helps with textures like the oats. And here again, very hard. Put it into the blender right away. So that could be enough for a nice oatmeal. But I also put in some dates and some cinnamon. Yeah, I like to have it sweet, and the cinnamon is wonderful together with dates, or that's my favorite sweetener. It's very healthy. You can eat dates, even if they are super high in sugar. It's a healthy date with a healthy sugar because it's sugar that is contained in these whole fruits, and it is a lot of phytonutrients and fiber, and many other things are in one fruit. That's why the sugar inside is super healthy. So 5 dates I have here, the small or medium dates, and a nice teaspoon of cinnamon, a large teaspoon, and some water to get it blended, and then I'm almost done. A little bit more. Cup, I begin with the cup. Blender dance. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's a nice texture. Can be a little bit runnier. I would do the same with the oatmeal if I cook it. Or the overnight, it could also be runny. Depends. Nice. Wow. Oats is one of the best things to eat for breakfast. There are now even some nice later studies, recent studies, that show the superiority of oats as a breakfast cereal. It's wonderful. It gives really strong. It makes you really strong and powerful. Gives energy for the whole morning. If you eat it in the morning, it has a superiority over other cereals. Yeah, they found. So it's wonderful. So Dr. Greger has always the latest. They read all the studies that are published in English. Every study. They have a big team. It's all free. Yeah, you can watch these videos for free, and you can buy books now. They have I think it's He put all the money into making science available for everybody. It's a huge democratic tool to educate people, to allow people to educate themselves about science. And there I find many of these later studies. Because when you read all of the studies, of course you can find the ones that are most important now for our questions. What food is healthy, how can you eat breakfast, and so on. And now I put into my oatmeal, I have a pear here, large pear. That is a perfect, I guess, for an oatmeal, yeah, and an apple. Yeah. Apples and pears were very available fruit, and also both are super healthy. And you know what? An apple and a pear, I looked it up, have absolutely the same nutrients, almost identical, and almost identical calories. You know, both have the same calories and the same nutrients. Still, there's a different effect on the body. The apple is good for digestion, and the pear is also good for digestion. It's no wonder, fruit with high in fiber, always good for digestion. But the difference is, apple is good for the digestion of elimination, let's say elimination of firm masses, and pear are better for the liquid part to eliminate. Funny, right? And there are even proverbs, sayings in Germany that claim that it is true, but it's scientifically proven also. Yeah. So now, here are my pear and my apple, and here's my oatmeal. I blend one more time because, you know, when you blend a nut and a grain or so, second blending always helps to have a little bit of time to soak. That makes the texture creamier. Before I do that, I notice my candle is out. Here I have these candles. Yeah, you might have wondered, what is that? That is a candle with a metal container here. I don't throw it away. That's sustainable. And I have these special tea lights that are also sustainable. They're a little bit more expensive, but in our yoga classes, that is from Indian tradition. When they begin a class, they first turn the light on. That's a ritual to turn the light on. That symbolizes that knowledge can come. If they want enlightenment, knowledge. And it's a nice thing to have a candle burning. It's a warm atmosphere. I don't know, maybe it's better to use electric lights or no candle at all. I don't know. Recently we're hearing a lot about pollution also in the inside, and I don't know, I find out about that later, but so far I have my candle on. It's a nice thing to do. It's warming, it's a nice atmosphere, and I just want to show you what I do there. Okay, so now I have my oatmeal ready. I put it onto my fruit, and here it is. See the apple and the pear, and here the oatmeal on top of it. Very simple, quickly made. And if I could, I would maybe also get a press for oats. In Germany we have these tools. You can buy them. They are a little bit expensive, $100 or even more. They're made from wood and pretty cool. I guess there are not so many. I don't know why they have these high prices, but so I abstained from having one, but a friend of mine had one and I used it. You put the oats here, this kind of oats, into this mill and it grounds it, and you have these same flakes that you can buy. And it's of course better to have the fresh ones, especially with oats, but I get that later. Now I use just my blender, and that works fine if I have some precautions. Because I don't think, I said that the fresh oats here, the groats, they can turn a little bit sharp. They can have a little bit a strong flavor if you let them sit in the room temperature or so for some time. Quickly, pretty much they turn sharp. But I don't think that happens with the pressed oat. When you have it mashed into these flakes, That doesn't happen there. I never noticed that these kind of oats turn also sharp when they sit for some time. So maybe it has an advantage to have these, but if you take care a little bit how to store them with a refrigerator, that is also okay. And then you have this here. That's my oatmeal today, and I'm looking forward to it very much. And it will definitely energize me and make me very happy because it's delicious. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you like my video, subscribe. MD Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day. And find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter.